Hey, it's me, Art of Singularity, and welcome to my new video. In this video, I guess I asked the question from the title, is perspective that difficult? And so, I think the short answer is kind of, but not really. It doesn't have to be. So this was just a page of me. This was just a practice page, basically me, practicing. Just a bunch of gestures and stuff, so. And then what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be drawing about 4 characters. So I guess one more than average. My average is 3, so. So to be honest, I think when I'm trying to draw like a perspective, like if I'm low down, I guess you'll see, but I think gesture drawing has helped, kind of. It's not even that I do gesture drawing that well. I had too many details, but no, not. I'm moving on from that. I think that in general, it's like, it's not that complicated because it's really only about giving the illusion. It's basically all drawing is just a bunch of optical illusions, right? I think that's a good description of it. So you're just putting shapes in front of other shapes to give the illusion that, that there's perspective. Like for in this drawing, I have the torso and then I have the head, but I put the head like behind the torso, and that makes it look like you're low down because, of course, that's the only way that this perspective would work. And I think that the reason I know how to do this type of stuff is, first of all, I've seen a bunch of references, right? I think references is that's like the biggest part of improving as an artist, I think. Having good references, being able to, refer to them, that type of stuff. So I've seen a bunch of references, so I know kind of what I'm trying to achieve, what the look I'm going for is. And then more than that is, I think, breaking down the body. I think breaking down the body is a very good, or at least understanding how it works, right? In your mind, you don't have to draw it out. That the rib cage is a square or a cube or whatever, and then the hips are also, you don't need to know or draw it out specifically, but imagining them as that makes it easier. So when I'm drawing these, you can see right here, I did actually draw it out like that. And don't get me wrong, I think drawing them out first, getting a good feel on how the body is, I think that does help, right? So if you have drawn the body, you've practiced, you've studied and tried to simplify the bodies, after enough of that, you'll be able to just imagine what they kind of look like. And sometimes for difficult poses, right, you're gonna need to draw the shapes, right? Because it's unfamiliar to you, and so the shapes that you're drawing, they help you help navigate the uncharted territory. So I think that's really the big selling point of simplifying bodies, right? They help you build on something that you've never seen before, you don't have a good reference for. I think they also help to understand the body and how it works. So that's also a big part. But perspective is just putting those shapes, in different ways. So putting them in front of each other, really, that's really all it is. Like I said, it's like an optical illusion. So even though technically, and I don't know why I'm not going to explain it, right? You already know. It's not, you know how it works. You know how optical illusions work. I think the hard part comes when some poses are pretty difficult, maybe. You don't know how to, if you're low down and the feet or the legs are right next to you, I think it's hard to get a good, I think the better way to say it is getting the proportions right. I think that's a big thing. So, but I think what I've learned is you kind of just do it by feel, right? You just draw and you fail, but every time you fail, you're you learn something. So next time you try and draw that specific pose or a similar pose, you know what you did wrong. So maybe you put the knees weren't I don't know, but you can figure out what went wrong. So another key point is just to fail, draw and fail. And then, I mean, like the second drawing in this one, the one at the bottom right, I failed pretty badly when I was doing the shapes, but I was able to kind of save it with the shading and everything like that. And for this one, I messed up. So I messed up on the arm. I kind of put it, it's not exactly properly proportioned maybe, or it doesn't look correctly in perspective. At least not right now. I think I fixed it kind of in the end, but at this stage that you're seeing in the video, I don't think like it doesn't look that correct. But doing that, seeing that, and making that mistake has now, like, I think I'll be better off next time I do it. Just having the idea in my mind that I did make a mistake allows me to think about what I did wrong and try and rectify it next time. So that's perspective is hard, it's difficult, right? But it doesn't have to be if you go about it the right way, I think. That's basically it. I mean, that's basically it. I don't know who I am to just come over here and start blabbering and yammering about things like that. Well, I mean, I say that, but I think at least I have some amount of, I have I have some knowledge, or at least I have a perspective, and maybe that's enough to be able to share. So maybe that helped to some degree. In this video, I think let's see, which one is my favorite pose? They're all pretty good, actually. The first one is cool, but I don't know. I think the last one, I don't know, I like the pants. I like the pants, and I like the hand. The last one is okay too, the one down at the bottom right. And I guess the last one that I'm gonna do is kind of my least favorite, but it's okay. It was like it was a side shot, so like a side profile of the entire body this time, or at least that's what I was aiming for. So look at this editing. Look at me zooming in. Look at it. Observe it. No, but I didn't really know what to do for this pose. It wasn't really a perspective pose. I don't really know why I drew this. But but I did. So yeah, I messed up. Like, you can see how the hips are a little bit they're too small maybe. I think I ended up fixing it, which is like basically what I do. I make a bunch of mistakes I pretend like I'm actually good at drawing or sketching, but I'm actually not. Well, to say I pretend would mean that someone had to like be fooled into thinking that. Anyway, yeah, no, I think I fixed it though. I make a bunch of mistakes when I'm drawing, and I just kind of end up fixing them eventually. Or I don't, and if I don't, then, well, I guess that's good too. Just a lesson to learn. Yeah, I think this one ended up fine. But yeah, I think the video's basically over. But hey, thank you for 952. Thank you for 952 subscribers. Yeah, I don't know. Let me see. So from earlier today, we had like 906 or something like that. 906. So we got like 50 subscribers over like the course of about 12 hours, which is crazy. Also, I don't know. I don't know what you guys are doing. You guys are just, I don't know. But yeah, thank you very much. Thank you for your comments. I think I try and respond. Well, I try and at least see every comment. So, and I do try and respond to every comment, if there's something to respond to, I suppose. So yeah, thank you for the comments and the likes and well, obviously subscribing. You know what's weird? I saw that some people share my videos, which is like, I don't know. I guess I do hear YouTubers sometimes asking people to share their videos, but I don't know. I just never thought people do that. So yeah, thank you for that too. I did some coloring, and I guess that's about it. Yeah. Well, thank you. Thank you for making it all the way to the end of the video, and I guess I'll see you I keep saying this. I can't see you. It's